is going on? So we're going to go over identifying a swing trade and different ways to approach a swing trade, right? Some of the things that I look for in a swing trade is the patterns, right? I find that on the higher time frames, your chart patterns have a huge role to play with your trade, right? This is an amazing book. You go through it and it gives you every pattern. Head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, morning stars, evening stars. All these bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, tweezer bottoms. It gives you. I just read that backwards through a camera. So you feeling me? I put in a lot of time into back testing, researching, studying. I don't think I've actually gone out in years uh, because there's no need to, right? I want to focus on the goal. The goal at hand is to trade. So this is an example, right? For swing trading, I like to use daily time frames. You can kind of see it better, right? So you can see that even without all this on there, right? This gap down on PayPal, this is the example we're going to use today. So this gap down on PayPal was huge, right? And this brought us right to a key area of support. So technically, I put like right here as a support, okay? I put that there because this is, you can see price rejected here the most. Let me make this line a little bit bigger for the camera. Okay, maybe two. Yeah. So you can see that that's a good support, and that's exactly where we bounced off of. Look at that. So we come down, we're super oversold on the RSI. We're bouncing off a key support level. You could throw on your 50, your 100, and your 200, right? Those are the ones that I like to watch. This is pretty much how I have my charts when I'm searching for a swing trade. So now the question is, how far do we go out? How do we identify it? How do we know if it's valid? Where's our entry? Where's our stop loss? So with that being said, on this, right, on this support, this is it's kind of like a bullish harami. It's a little, I think that's about inside this bearish candle, right? So this break and retest, this is just a sweep of that key level to retest and go. Now, that's not enough confirmation for me to get in, right? If you buy anywhere right here, that's just FOMO. But what we do see happen is we get a clean confirmation, right? So now we can grab this key support. We left that behind. And how do we know where our entry is, right? So we sweep main key support. We break through the previous resistance right here that we didn't break through last time. We broke through it. And now we wait for the pullback to our key support. So you don't just wait for a pullback to a key support because it can get invalidated, right? Some people will look at this chart and go, oh, well, we bounced halfway. We should go take out lower lows. Yes. However, you have to keep in mind that look at the volume on this candle. That's pretty high, right? And these pullback candles are only like half the volume about. And then we have very little volume. But all of this little volume is creating something. So I find it way better for me to zoom out and see it from a bigger standpoint, right? From this standpoint right here, this looks like a bull flag to me. This is like a clear as day bull flag. That's like, okay, cool. We know that we can take this breakout, but you have to wait for the confirmation. So would I enter on this support? Probably not. All right. I would use this support. I would still use this support, but I'll tell you when I would use it. Okay. So for this flag pattern, this bull flag, first off, you want to wait for it to break above. You want to wait for it to break out. So this is when I go to the 4-hour time frame. Okay. So now I go down from the daily. Daily gives us our pattern. The 4-hour will give us our entry. And you can tell we broke out. Okay. Well, we didn't break out hard enough. We came right back below. Okay. Broke out. This is a clean break. This is a clean candle break above our level, and now we wait for the pullback. So this right here could be entry 1, and this could be entry 2, right? So technically, from this candle, you have a support that was just made. This is another support after the breakout, right? This was the breakout candle. So that breakout candle gave us this support. So technically, that as long as we're above here, we're good. You use 44.66 as entry and 43.80 as stop loss. So less than $1, which is really good for a swing trade. Usually, swing trades a little bit more, little bit more risky, right? You have to kind of risk more because you're going for more profit. So I'll give you an example of that on the Tesla swing trade that we're currently in. But anyways, boom, entry. We're still good. You could either add or just wait, whatever. Now, where do we take it up to? Because the 200's right here, and that's scary, right? Well, it's always good to take a trim. This is just my rule of thumb, right? This is just what I do. It's always good to take a trim at previous highs. This 48.30 was a previous high. I'm going to take a trim there. We break above it and get confirmation. Okay, cool. This is where we go back to the daily and we can see that we bull flagged and we still have this gap to fill, right? I mean, this is kind of like keep it stupid simple. This is a nice gap that we have to fill at $50, $51. So right now we have a $1 risk. Excuse me. We have a $1 risk for a $5.50 reward. That's insane, right? For the dailies, you can see that this is from February to April. So, well, end of February. Yeah, end of February to the beginning of April. So about a month, right? So it took about a month for this bull flag to form. So for my swing trade, I'm going to want to go about a month out. And that's exactly what happened. So within a month after this entry, that's April 8th, right? Let's say 6th. By April 21st, hey, that's my birthday. By April 21st, that's our take profit. And that's almost at the end of the month. So that's a great take profit. Another way to kind of gauge your take profit is if you take your flag, right? This is how you identify, right? This is your bull flag. All right, let's make it times 3. You apply that, if my mouse works, to the breakout. All right, and look at that. It brought you right there. So that is also, I mean, if you put it there, you probably would have missed your exit, but you could take the pull of that bull flag and apply it to the breakout, and that's where your take profit should be. So if we're talking about $1, I mean, we're talking about $1. Are you really going to pinch pennies over $1 profit? When clearly this is a good gap fill to just take profits. So that's a great trade. That's a $6 trade in 20 days. So that could be 1 month's paycheck right there. That's exactly how I trade a bull flag pattern, right? We have channels, we have inverse head and shoulders, we have head and shoulders, double tops, double bottoms, bullish engulfings, bearish engulfings. So I'll do a video for each one of those on swing trades and how I identify them. And let me know if you guys have any questions, comments. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm trying to give you guys as much game to be able to come into the Discord and just start making money. It's $20. That's it for right now. But everybody's banking already. They're making like at least 50 to $100 a day. And these are small account people that have no idea what they're doing essentially. And I screenshot and walk them through the day trades, the swing trades. I give breakdowns. I mean, I'm really probably giving the most game for the cheapest out there. And people are starting to eat. So take advantage or don't. It's on you. It's your boy, Mike Lowy. We out.